All right. Happy Friday. Good morning to y'all. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm going to just take a minute here to share this out, see if anybody jumps on. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's week going? What do we have? Day! What's up? Good morning, Day. How are you? Kenneth, what's up, brother? I really appreciate I know it's early there. Appreciate you guys jumping on. Good morning. Good morning. Hope the weather is nice out in Arizona. Because out here it's getting a little chilly. Hence the flannel this morning. Got a lot to cover today. I'm excited. Excited it's Friday, end of the month. Can't believe that the end of the year pretty much is here already. But first and foremost, before we get started, October, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. That's why I've had the pink tie on all month. Today is the last Friday of October. So next next week we'll be switching it up, the bow ties. Today is National First Responder Day. So if you are watching this now, later, or throughout the weekend or whatnot, today, October 28th, is National First Responder Day. Here at Heroes Media Group, we consider you a community hero. So thank you to all of our first responders out there for the endless work that you do protecting our communities and whatnot. We are very grateful for all of you. So thank you very much. All right. What do we have here? Hey, there you go. Alive and upright. Best way to be, right? We got your 6 at 6. That's our friends over at the People's Patriot Project, Patriot Pride. Appreciate you guys jumping on. Hope you guys had a good time in Nashville. Saw the pictures and whatnot. Can't wait to hear more about that. First responders are on the front line daily. Yes, they are. Absolutely. Amen. We certainly appreciate our first responders. What else is coming up? I guess Halloween, for those of you that celebrate Halloween. I kind of titled this one Trick or, and then question mark. And we'll get into that here in a few minutes with some of the topics I want to talk about. But we're going to get through some stuff first. You guys blew it up. I don't doubt that. Is this Mark or Andrew? I'm guessing it's Mark. Yeah. So what do we got here? Let me see here. Next up. Hey, this week's show. Usually, I don't. We got network sponsors and whatnot, and today's show, however, is actually sponsored. Today's show is sponsored by JB Auto Clothiers. Who is JB Auto Clothiers? It is a veteran-owned apparel company, suit company. They customize. It's custom measure-to-made suits, and they focus primarily on the transitioning veterans and whatnot, but they men's and women's. I'm gonna post a link here to them. Go follow, check out. I'm gonna post their website. And see, this is me trying to multitask. Made to measure. They're custom made to measure suits. And what does that mean? They literally have hundreds of different patterns that you can choose from sport coats, suits, to linings. You can customize the inside of your jackets and whatnot. And this is kind of like the next big thing that's coming. I did some market research on suits in general, and their prediction over the next, I think it's 2023 to 2028, there's going to be an increase between 8 and 12% of people are going back into like wearing more suits and stuff like that. So it is veteran owned. My friend James Boggs owns this company. I'm one of the co-founders of it, so I am a part of it. I absolutely love what this mission's about, and it's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty cool. So they have a Facebook page and they have an Instagram page. If you guys could do me a solid, we're trying to build that up for them. JB Auto Clothiers, go check it out. Mark Wood, let me see here. Did you see my threads on the red carpet? Yeah, I was jealous. That's why I didn't post anything. Thing. You guys are killing it, man. I love it. I absolutely love it. What else we got? Sticking with the community heroes and the heroes theme, I want to talk about one more mission. Nonpartisan, non-party affiliated organization that's looking for veterans and first responders to go work at the electoral polls here in a couple of weeks in your local area. Go check it out. Some areas, depending on where you live, you can get paid to work at the electoral polls. So check out onemoremission.com and get registered. We need to make sure that we got to protect our elections. So let's get involved. We have to get involved. It's important. What else we got? New shows. New shows are live. I told you that they weren't going to go live until November 1st. We got them up a little bit early. So some of the shows that are live right now that are new, go check out the Hack Life. It's a new show. We got the Fight in the Shade USA podcast and Chasing Happiness. Those shows are all new shows to the HMG network. You can go check them out at heroesmediagroup.com. Just click on podcasts. It'll list all the podcasts that are on the network right now. We got a couple more that are coming here in the next couple of weeks. Behind the Brand, ROA, and American Gunslingers. All new shows that are going to be joining us as well. So it's been a busy month, and we're ending the year off strong. So it's pretty cool, and we're excited to have new shows. Also, if you're a podcaster, and you're interested in becoming part of the network, shoot us a DM, or you can email info@heroesmediagroup.com, and we'll send out some information and see what we can do about getting you on the network. So let me see here. Hats. Hats are back in stock. Well, temporarily. They're selling out fast. You want to support the HMG brand. I say the HMG brand. We have Heroes Media Group. We have our sister companies, HMG Beverage, as well as HMG Distributing, and now our new nonprofit, HMG Foundation, which is got our approval from the IRS a couple weeks ago, but we'll be posting more about that at the beginning of the year. So if you like these hats, you want to support the HMG brands, you can order these. Send us an email at hats@hmgbeverage.com, or you can just DM us right here. Leave a comment in the below and say that you want a hat, and somebody will reach out to you and get yourself a new lid. So, hey, holidays are right around the corner. You need a nice little stocking stuffer for that loved one. There you go. And I should bring this up too. Proceeds to this, the monies to these goes back into our community heroes. So when you purchase a hat from us, we take that money and it gets thrown back into your community heroes out there every day fighting for us. So anyway, check that out. Of course, I brought up HMG Beverage, so naturally I got to throw this out. If you're looking for coffee, it's good stuff. Check out HMG Beverage. Okay, now we got all the paid stuff out of the way. What else we got? You know, I was reading an article. I was reading an article this morning? No, it was a couple days ago. And it said, New York Supreme Court reinstates all unvaxxed employees and orders back pay. Did you guys see any of this? Have you guys seen this article? This was, where did I read this? It was think it was American Faith did this, but then I started seeing it in other news outlets and whatnot. I don't know, so I just posted that down there. Give me your guys' thoughts on that. I thought it was pretty interesting that New York, of all places, the Supreme Court reinstates all unvaxxed employees and then orders them to get back paid for it. So that was interesting. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Food for thought. You know. Speaking of food, which I absolutely love, those of you who know me know that I'm a foodie and have a problem with well, what's the word I'm looking for? Self-control. Portion control. That's what I'm looking for. Portion control. I have a problem with portion control. I do. I admit it. And I'm okay with it, quite frankly. Are there food shortages? This isn't a scare tactic or anything like that. I think it's one of those things where you follow the money and you see what's been happening over the last, we'll say 18 months, 24 months. There's been a lot of food shortages. You've seen food plants go up in flames and whatnot. I was sent a video, and it's kind of lengthy. It's about 25, 30 minutes long, but it's worth watching, and it kind of puts some things into perspective when it comes to your food. I got into gardening a couple of years ago. I absolutely love it. It's therapeutic for one, but two, I know where the food's coming from. I'm growing the food. I hunt, I fish, so we try to be very self-sufficient in that type of lifestyle. And I'm wondering, those of you out there that watch me on the weekly, or maybe you have some friends or whatnot, how many of you out there grow your own food or hunt or are trying to be more self-sufficient on your food sources and what you're consuming? I'm just curious. I'd love to hear your guys' response on that. How many of you out there are gardening? And like I say gardening, like I have a hydroponics system inside my house in the kitchen. And then this year I did, I don't know, probably a dozen and a half, like 5-gallon buckets where I was planting different things in 5-gallon buckets out on the back porch. So interesting, learned a lot from it. It was different, a lot of fun, but I'm curious to hear your guys' input and what you guys do. So if you're a gardener or you're starting to experiment more with raising, growing your own food and whatnot, I'd love to hear about it. Leave a comment below. All right. What else? I think that's it for big news. I'm going to, again, real quick, go check out JB Auto Clothiers, veteran-owned company. We're going to make the world a beautiful place. And all community heroes, veterans, first responders, go work your electoral polls in your area. It's very important. Go to onemoremission.com. Check that out. And then, again, to all of our first responders that are out there every single day showing up, today is National First Responders Day. So we salute you. Thank you very much for everything that you do for our communities. You truly are community heroes. So let's go ahead. Let's transition into the shows. A lot of shows this week. A lot of great content. And if you've listened to one of the shows this week, leave a comment below which episode you listened to. I'd like you guys' feedback a little bit. So let's start it off with Label Free Podcast. Label Free Podcast this week, special guest Matt Labosco. Has invested the last 20 years of his life as a personal trainer, a corrective movement specialist, a body worker, a teacher, instructor, and a performance life coach. So he comes on, shares some of his thoughts, some tricks and trades of his trade, and great episode. So check that out. It's one of the episodes this week. Label Free Podcast. She puts out a couple of shows each week, so go check it out. Label Free Podcast. Next up, we have Environmentally Speaking, and this week's topic really, it's a hot topic up in Rhode Island right now, but it's Chaplin's Marina. And the reason why it's such a hot topic up there is due to the sheer number of parties involved and the fact that there's a particular case that they're talking about that's been going on since 2003. What they're talking about is the Chaplin's Marina up there, which is near Block Island, or it's in off of Block Island, excuse me. It's been there for a while. They discussed this marina just wanted to expand a footprint of its marina to accommodate more boats in 2003. So they submitted paperwork to the Coastal Resources Management Council, or the CRMC, and the CRMC denied their request for expansion. So they get into this. It's been a very lengthy litigation. Like I said, it started in 2003, and they talk about why the CRMC denied the marina's expansion request. Pretty interesting. If you live in and around a body of water or near a marina, this is probably something you want to listen to because it could be helpful in your area. So check it out. That's this week's Environmentally Speaking. Next up, we have the Arms Room Show. Arms Room Show. Love these guys. Every Monday, 2 p.m. Arizona time. They drop a new show. And this week they're discussing the idea that preparing for one event only is planned for failure, is only a plan for failure, period. You got to diversify your preparations and become well-rounded. So don't just plan for one thing. You need to be more well-rounded. Christina, good morning, dear. How are you? Thank you for jumping on. Appreciate you. What do we have next? Next up, the Decision Hour with yours truly. This week's episode, I got to sit down with a really great guy, Nick Devlin. He has his own website, Nick Devlin Coaching. Nick's on a mission to uplift humanity and wage peace through transformational adventures. Nick is an Army Ranger veteran, and he shares a lot of his journeys, a lot of his adventures as an Army Ranger, to an Ivy League MBA student, to an engineer, and that's just to name a few. We had a really good time talking on this, but Nick has found his purpose in helping others as a professional life coach. But his coaching style is different. It's not what you would normally think. He focuses more on transformation. So take a listen, find out how he can help you transform your life and the things that you want out of it. Great episode. Love Nick to death. Great guy. Check it out. That's this week's Decision Hour. All right, next up what do we have? Time to Shine Today with our buddy Scott Ferguson. Scott put out a couple of shows this week. Great shows. Make sure you're following Time to Shine Today. One of the ones that really caught my eye is Protecting Your Business with Energy and Compassion with rockstar attorney and podcast host Dara Rosenbaum. She's an attorney, business advisor, business owner, and a podcast host. She has the passion for creating, helping, protecting, and growing companies. So check this out. Really cool episode. That's this week's Time to Shine Today. What else we got here? Because Bikers Matter podcast. This one, international. They went international this week. David, a.k.a. Vegas, has gone international. If you go to Because Bikers Matter podcast, check it out because he's sharing where he's at. He was in Istanbul earlier in the week at the West Harley Davidson in Istanbul. And then he, I think, was it yesterday or Wednesday, he was in Israel. Riding around motorcycles around Israel and stuff. So it's freaking awesome listening to the show and then seeing him as he's kind of like really country hopping over there, riding motorcycles and stuff. So that's this week's Because Bikers Matter podcast. Check it out. Next up, pushing back chaos. Pushing back chaos. This week's topic, is it a sin to pursue pleasure as a good and to avoid pain as an evil? That's a quote from Marcus Aurelius. This week, Melon, Mike, and Raph enjoy a powerful conversation with their guest, Nick Grossi. Grossi. I know one of you guys, whether it's Melon or Mike, you guys jump on, will correct me. I'm almost positive. Nick is a Marine veteran and an aspiring entrepreneur. They get to talk about life-altering effects when one chooses to seek purpose over pleasure. They recount the exponential gifts that abound in your life when you practice authenticity and honesty. This is one of those episodes, again, where you just kind of sit down and the guest is, Nick's amazing, and you listen to his stuff. He's a personal trainer. He's growing his social media presence, and listening to the guys ask question and then Nick share his story. This is a really, really cool episode, and not a surprise. So check it out. That's this week's Pushing Back Chaos. The Navy Man Can. Hey, good morning, the Navy Man Can. How are you? Long time no talk to. Hope all is well with you. Thank you for jumping on this morning. Those of you wondering, yes, I am drinking Heroes United by HMG Beverage. Malachias, Doc, what's up, brother? Appreciate you jumping on. Thank you. Hope you have a wonderful day. All right, what do we have next? The Power of Investing in People podcast with our gal Shay Sparks. What you give is what you get, with this week's guest, Neil Moody. Neil loves helping people, finds amazing content online. His previous company, Relate, was one of the biggest content recommendation companies on the internet. It was acquired by IAC in 2012. His current company, Headliner, those of you that are in this business has probably heard of this company, Headliner, is the leading solution for audio producers to market their content on social media, YouTube, and so on. So check it out. There's a lot of there's a lot of mainstream media places using Headliner as well. Now that everything's kind of gone online, so check that out. That's a great episode. Great conversation with these two. Check it out. The Power of Investing in People podcast. What do we have here? Navy Man. Nah, listen, man. I know you guys. You guys were traveling and whatnot. Hope you guys are. You guys back stateside now? Next up, we have Oscar Mike Radio with our friend Travis. Oscar Mike Radio does a live show Thursday nights. I believe it's 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And this week, no different. Great episode with Lynn Rolfe, who took the time to talk to him about and share what the VFW has done when it comes to helping veterans. If you haven't followed or seen any of his shows, Oscar Mike Radio, you really are missing out, because he gets some really cool guests up there, and it's a lot of fun to watch and listen to. So do yourself a favor. If you haven't followed him, go check out some of his episodes this weekend. Oscar Mike Radio. Check it out. Malachi is toured up with the WE3 Nashville takeover. Well, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised at all. I love it. I love hearing stuff like that. Next up, we got the Baldy reports. Just facts, no fiction. These guys are talking a lot about education, what's going on in the education system here in the United States. It's definitely worth a listen to. You can follow their Facebook page, because he does a couple of live, real short videos, and he'll drive you to when they do their live shows and whatnot. So check it out. Let's see Baldy reports. Next up, License for Love. Interesting topic this week is I have a special guest on. The title this week is Lady in the Mirror. You have it all, a successful career, a great family life, and you're a man to your peers. But there's a secret in the mirror, though. A lady staring back at you every day in your reflection. Interesting. The Honorable Tracy Najah, I believe is how it's pronounced, was appointed to the Maricopa County, which is in Arizona, Superior Court bench in 2018, becoming the first transgender judicial officer in the state of Arizona and only the third in the entire United States. So, as a man, his name was Tom. As a woman, it's Tracy. It was a very interesting conversation, and you get to hear how this, how Tracy it kind of transformed from Tom to Tracy, and how that affected his family life and things moving forward, even through his career, her career on the Superior Court there in Arizona. Maricopa County, like Phoenix and the expanding areas. So that's this week's License for Love. Check it out. Next up, they're posting on here, we got your 6 at 6 every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, as they were on a hiatus down in Nashville, tearing it up. I'm sure Nashville is not the same. We got your 6 at 6 with the People's Patriot Project every Sunday night, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Go to their Facebook page, watch their shows. They got great guests every week. They don't disappoint. Check it out. We got your 6 at 6. And make sure you go follow the People's Patriot Project. Next up, we have MSEC Podcast, our friends over at Military Child Education Coalition. This week, Dr. Greenberg, who is the MSEC Science Advisory Board member, joins us to discuss coping mechanisms for military teens as they face life's challenges and the importance of human connection. Say it every week. You're not going to be surprised. I say it right now. If you're active duty, Guard, Reserve, or you're a veteran and you have kids that are in school still, make sure you go follow our friends over at Military Child Education Coalition. They have a ton of resources for military kids. It's absolutely amazing. And it's not just for kids, it's for the families and stuff as well. But it's absolutely amazing in the stuff that they do over there. So go check it out. It's a great organization. That's this week's MSEC Podcast. Let me see here. Next up, first time I'm talking about this show, the Motivated Mindset with Jeff Demers. Your imagination can be the key that unlocks many opportunities for you as an entrepreneur, but it can also be the biggest cause for your failures as you continue to get up every morning and try to get one step closer to your goals. This week's episode, Jeff Demers admits that his own imagination has been holding him back. While his imagination has created a lot of great world of achievement, he's imagined his fears keep him kind of running in the same place. There's that saying, you kind of spinning your wheels. That's kind of what he's talking about in this episode. So if you're one that struggles with this would be a good episode to listen to. Check it out. That's this week's The Motivated Mindset. What else do we got here? We got the S3 with JD. If you're into sports, you're going to like this show. It's this week, which 3-4 team, 3 wins, 4 losses team, has the best shot at winning this weekend. Also, JD and Lady M go over the Week 8 schedule, give their pick 6 locks of the week, and JD gives his stardom or sit-em fantasy football picks for the week. Don't forget about headlines with jokes. So check it out. That's the S3 with JD. Honorable mentions: the Live Free series, God's Good Table, Carry On podcast, Rise Up Life on Fire, and of course Wake Up with Patty Catter. Also need to give a special shout out to our network sponsors, Simper Savage, best salad dressing marinades on the planet. Go check them out. My Tax Fella, Anthony and the crew over at My Tax Fella. If you're a business owner and you need help with bookkeeping or your taxes, check them out, My Tax Fellow. HMG Beverage, again, folks, go check out. You want some coffee? We got a whole bunch of stuff coming on. I got an abundance of coffee right now. Listen, if you guys want coffee, leave a comment in the section below saying, I want coffee, please. Or go to hmgbeverage.com and place an order today. Don't forget about the hats, too, folks. Proceeds, here's the other thing. With the coffee and stuff, proceeds to the coffee, a percentage of all the proceeds made from our coffee at HMG Beverage goes back to the Heroes community. Same thing with the hats, like I mentioned with the hats below. So check it out. Also, I want to thank JB Auto Clothiers for being today's show sponsor. Go to jbautoclothiers.com and check that out. Also, you could please go follow them on Facebook at JB Auto Clothiers. It's all one word. Or on Instagram, JB Auto Clothiers. So go check it out. Malachias, I need a hat. Yes, you do. Yeah, shoot me a text. You know how I am. Shoot me a text this weekend. There they are. They're nice. Great lids. I got a bunch of people. So we ordered 50. We're down to about 15 left. So there's not very many. I'm going to keep buying these hats. If you guys as long as you guys keep buying them, I'll keep buying them and selling them. You guys are great. Because like I said, this stuff, we're taking the proceeds from the hats and we're giving it back to Community Heroes. So check it out. What else? Am I missing anything? I'll take a minute. Questions, comments, cries of outrage. You know, next week is, we've got a couple more days here before the old trick-or-treating stuff. Kenneth, the coffee is awesome. Hey, thank you very much, brother. Honestly, that means a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying it. Anything else, guys? Am I missing anything? I'll wait a second here. Anybody got any exciting plans this weekend? What am I doing this weekend? I'm working this weekend. Hitting deadlines with an audiobook. And then might go shooting. Let me see here. Malachi's November 12th, Columbia, Tennessee. I'll be playing at the Rebel Bar and Grill. Hey, those of you out in the old Tennessee area, get down to Columbia. Rebel Bar and Grill on November 12th. Go check out our man Malachi's. He's got a set of pipes on him. Good singer. Love it. All right, folks. That's pretty much it. If nobody's got anything else, go check out all the shows. Again, you can check out all the shows down here. I'll be posting them here in a couple of minutes, like I do after each week. Or you can just simply go to heroesmediagroup.com and check the shows out there. I will eventually get these up on the website. We're working on that, how to get that figured out for you guys, those of you that want a hat. In the meantime, if you want a hat, DM us. Tell me you want a hat, or you can go to hats at hmgbeverage.com. You can order there, but just easier to send us a direct message here. So that's it. It's all the time I got today, folks. Those of you that decide to go trick-or-treating, be safe out there. Otherwise, I'll see you guys next week. God bless you. God bless America. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you next week.